name is James Ndlovu. I'm here with my wife-to-be, Lucy. We are looking to conclude a marriage very soon, and we want best advice on which matrimonial property system to use in our marriage.
Yes, and I'm Lucy Smith. I've been married before, and we're here to look for the best regime for our upcoming marriage. Yes, both myself and James have assets as well as liabilities, so we need to know the best way to go about
Hi James and Lucy, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Adela Saxenberg. Congratulations on your upcoming marriage. My colleagues and I are going to be advising you on the best way to go forward in terms of matrimonial property regime in South Africa.
Hi Lucy and James, my name is Nelisiwe Koza and I'm from Bonafide Attorneys. We have gathered here today to distinguish the matrimonial regimes that we practice in South African law. Thank you. Hi Lucy and James, my name is Nelisiwe Koza and I'm from Bonafide Attorneys. So today I'll be just giving an advice of the marital regimes that we practice in South African law. We have the marriages in community of property, which includes profit and loss, and marriages out of community of property where there are two options basically. The one namely the application of the accrual system, and that of community of property without the application of the accrual
Hi Lucy and James, my name is Natasha Netta from Bonafide Attorneys. So when you enter into a marriage in South Africa, you automatically entered into a marriage in community of property. But if you enter into a marriage and conclude a contract, an anti-nuptial contract, it will be excluded.
Hi Lucy and James, my name is Mzimya Meza. A marriage in community of property and of profit and loss in South Africa must satisfy the following legal requirements and has the following legal consequences. Firstly, all your property as at the date of marriage and after forms one joint estate, and you own 50-50 share of that joint estate. Thirdly, on liquidation, the communal joint estate is automatically declared insolvent with respect to both of you. And upon death of either of the parties, another party cannot touch the joint estate up until it is wounded up, and this may take 12 and 36 months to complete. Lastly, there are certain contracts or transactions for which you require the assent of the other party to conclude. For instance, taking a debt, litigation against a third party, and so on. We'll get into that once we start drafting a certain.
You can also choose to conclude your marriage out of community of property, and in that case something called the accrual is going to automatically kick in unless you specifically exclude it. My colleague Nelly is going to explain to you all about the accrual.
I'm going to now explain the consequences of being married out of the community of property regime. Basically, all the assets and liabilities of the spouses are generally separated from one another. What is mine is yours, and what is yours remain yours forever. Secondly, spouses do not require each other's consent when entering into certain transactions, as in the case in the marriages in community of property and of profit and loss. Thirdly, the estate of the other spouse is protected from insolvency. And the last one would be, upon death of either spouse, the deceased spouse estate is administered without affecting the surviving spouse estate. Therefore, this system is ideally suited to couples who have built up substantial estates in their own rights, and in cases where either of the spouses do not contribute to the future growth of the other spouse's income. That's
So
basically.
which matrimonial property system would you advise us to consider?
Yes, because I have immovable property and I have plus minus 100,000 in my account, whereas James here has liabilities up to 125,000 plus minus.
I know that things have been quite tough starting my own business and all.
Spouses may exclude the accrual system in their ANC, but if they did not do so, the accrual applies. When the accrual is included, a spouse will be entitled to share in the growth of the two estates in a divorce. This is surely the most appropriate and ideal way to marry. All the assets and each party owns prior to the marriage can either be excluded or included in the accrual. If no assets are excluded in the ANC, the value of each party's estate at the commencement of the marriage is deemed to be null.
Could you maybe explain that in simpler terms?
Sure, whatever you have before you get married will be yours, and whatever you acquire after your marriage will be split two ways, 50-50 between the two of you.
So what's fantastic about that for you is that only the assets get split 50-50, and if you have liabilities, then you don't have to be liable for each other's liabilities at all, which would have been the case if you had been married in community of property.
So should the marriage dissolve, Lucy will retain her immovable properties in the amount of 100,000 rands, in terms of which James will not be entitled to it. Instead, James will also be able to retain his liabilities, which costs 125,000 rands, vice versa, in terms of which Lucy will not be entitled to it as well.
Yes, I think that would be the best regime for us. Marriage out of community of property with inclusion of a accrual. Yeah, I think that
One
would
more
be
question. We would like to find out whether we're gonna be bound by this matrimonial property system, or whether like we're gonna be allowed to change it at a later stage.
Yes, you could change your marriage regime, although it could be quite a costly process and not recommended to do so.
So guys, with the two systems that we've discussed here today and the advantages and disadvantages of the systems, make sure that you choose the right system from the start. It's very imperative that it is done from now on.
Okay, thank you so much. Your advice has been very helpful. We'll go home and discuss regarding the systems you've told us about, and then we'll make it.
This has been a very helpful session, and I think my wife to be and I will go with the system of accrual, and then we'll talk about it further when we get home.